Hi, I'm Allison, and I am so glad that you're here. Today we're going to be doing a beginner's yoga sequence that is going to be 30 minutes long. So for more content like this, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. And with that said, let's get started in a child's pose. So we're going to come down onto the mat, bringing your two big toes to touch and your knees come out nice and wide. Bringing your seat back onto your heels. Begin to extend your arms out long, lowering your chest and your head down to the earth. Just begin to softly close your eyes. Relax your forehead. And just notice your natural breath here. Maybe feeling the cold air as you inhale and the warm air as you exhale. Child's pose is a resting pose, so at any moment, if you feel like you need some rest, you are always welcome to come right back here into this child's pose. And let's begin to just take some breaths together. Let's take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that one more time, but this time, have your exhale be the longest exhale that you've taken all day. So when you're ready, let's take a nice long inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Go ahead and seal your lips and just return to your normal breath. On your next inhale, we're going to take a little side body stretch. So place your right hand off to the right side, picking up your left hand, placing that left palm on top of the right, lowering your chest and head back down to the earth. Let's just take a few breaths here, feeling that nice opening on your left side body. Take one more round of breath. And let's come back to center. Let's repeat that on your left side. So inhale, bring your left arm to the side, placing that right hand on top of the left. Just noticing here your breath, feeling your ribs expand with every inhale and softening with every exhale. Take one more round of breath. Now let's come back to the middle. Take a breath in through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Good. Inhale, let's rise up into a tabletop position. So come up on your knees, bringing your knees under your hips, and bringing your wrist under your shoulders here. Coming into a tabletop position, your gaze is down. And from here, we're going to inhale cow. So inhale, lift your tailbone up to the sky, bring your shoulder blades together, and lift your gaze. Exhale, cat. Begin to round your chest, bringing your chin in, rounding your back, not your chest. Sorry, guys. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, cow, lifting your gaze, lifting that tailbone. Exhale, cat, rounding your back. There you go. And tucking your chin to chest. Good. Let's keep going with this little flow here, taking some breath to movement as you inhale your cow pose and exhale your cat, moving here at your own pace. We're in no rush. Just warming up your back here. Take one more round of breath and then meet me back in that neutral tabletop position. From here, we're just going to take some hip circles. So you're just going to lift your right foot so that the sole of your right foot is facing the sky. There's still that bend in your right knee. And begin to just take some hip circles here, going in one direction. And then reversing direction. Good. On your next inhale, lift that right sole of your foot up to the sky as high as you can. And then we're going to step it through to a lizard lunge. So you're going to take that right foot and place it on the outside of your right hand. You can tuck your left toes, straightening that left leg, and maybe bringing your knee back just a little if that feels good, and then untucking your toes. You really want to make sure that your right leg is hugging into that right forearm, and your gaze is straight here. I'm just warming up the hips, opening it up. Take one more round of breath. And then send that right knee back into that tabletop position. From here, just tuck your toes and bring your seat back onto your heels for a nice little toe stretch here. If you want to pick your little pinkies, pick them up and place them to the sides, you can. I know my pinky always kind of goes under, so I have to do that. And let's just take a little wrist stretch here. Just make some fists and circle out your wrists in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Good. And let's come back into that tabletop position. And this time we're going to take those hip circles on your left side. So inhale the left sole of your foot up to the sky. Begin to take some hip circles here in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Good. On your next inhale, bring that left sole of foot to the sky. See if you can get it a little higher. And then step it through, placing that left foot on the outside of your left hand. Again, you can straighten that right leg, bringing your knee back if that feels good. And just breathe here. This is a great little yoga pose for creativity. So if you're ever lacking in creativeness, come into your lizard pose. Take one more round of breath. And then let's come back, step that left leg back into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, bringing your seat back here. Just another toe stretch. Always good to stretch the feet out here. I know it might hurt, might be uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the easier it'll get. And let's come back into that tabletop position. From here, inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, begin to lift your knees, straightening your legs, coming into a down dog position. Your biceps should be framing your ears, and you're actively pulling your heels down to the earth. Option, you can pedal out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Or maybe you just want to be in stillness. Take what you need today. We'll just be here for 2 more rounds of breath.
And on your next inhale, gaze in between your hands, have a bend in your knees. And exhale, slowly begin to walk your feet up to the top of your mat, in between your hands. Once you're there, your feet are hip distance apart. We can come into a forward fold. So you can have a slight bend in your knees if that feels good. Your hands can maybe be touching your ankles or your feet or your mat. Option here to come into ragdoll if you want to hold opposite elbows and maybe sway side to side. Allow your neck and head to be heavy here. Maybe you shake your head yes, shake your head no. If you were holding your opposite elbows, go ahead, release them, and then switch the way you were holding them. Just a few more breaths here. If you were in ragdoll, holding your elbows, go ahead, release your hands back down to the earth. And let's have a deep bend in your knees. And we're going to rise up slowly on an inhale, having your vertebrae stack upon one another until your neck and head are the last to rise. Good, we're going to come into our mountain pose, bringing your arms out to your side, palms facing the front of the room with your fingers spread wide. Your feet can be hip distance apart here. Let's take a breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. From here, inhale your arms up to the sky, upward salute. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to take a little twist here. So inhale, lengthening. Exhale, take your right arm and sweep it down and behind you, bringing that left arm in front of you. Gaze can go over that right shoulder. And just breathe here, doing your best to keeping your hips centered to the front of the room. Our bodies have that natural tendency of wanting to take our hips over to the right. So make sure you are actively placing them in the center of the front room. Take one more round of breath. And on your next inhale, come back up to that upward salute. Both arms up to the sky. Take an inhale, lengthening the crown of your head to the sky. And exhale, let's take that twist on the left side. So your left arm comes down and behind while the right arm comes in front. Gaze goes over that left shoulder. Take one more round of breath. And inhale, come back to center, upward salute. Bring your palms to touch, and exhale, lower your palms down to heart center. Breathe in through your nose, and exhale, sigh it out. Good. From here, we're going to come into a warrior one. So I want you just to place your weight on your on your right foot. As you pick your left foot up and step it behind you, we're going to build your foundation first. So with warrior one, that back foot, it's going to be flat on your mat and pointed at a 45-degree angle. Your front leg, let's bend that right knee so that it's stacked over your ankle. You can choose to stay just like this with your hands at heart center. Or once you feel grounded, you feel you have a strong foundation in your legs, you can go ahead, inhale your arms up to the sky. Remember to really press that left foot down. You want the outer edges of your foot pressing into the mat. See if you can bend a little deeper into that front knee. And again, check in on your shoulders. Relax them away from your ears. From here, let's exhale, bringing your hands behind you, interlacing your hands. Inhale, open that collarbone up to the sky. And exhale, hinging at your hips, begin to come forward, trying to get that right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. And trying to get the crown of your head down to the ground. Take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, release your hands and come back up into that warrior one. Take an inhale to lengthen. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale them to your heart center. Bend into that front knee and let's step that left foot back to the top of your mat. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good job. Let's repeat that on the other side. So you can keep your hands right here. Begin to shift your weight onto your left foot. As you now step your right foot back, coming into warrior one. So again, that back foot is angled at a 45 degree. Your feet, your legs are on two separate tracks here. So if you were on train tracks, this is on the one side, right leg on the other. Bend into that front knee. You can keep your hands right here, or when you feel strong in your low body, you can inhale your arms up to the sky, maybe coming a little deeper into your warrior one. Again, you're pressing that right foot, the outer edges of your feet, press into the mat. Good, let's exhale. Bring your arms behind you, fingers interlace. Inhale your collarbone up to the sky. Exhale, hinging at your hips, humble warrior, bringing that left shoulder into your inner left knee. Take one breath here. On your next inhale, release your fingers, coming back up into that warrior one. Palms touch. Exhale, lower palm down to heart center. Bend into that front knee. Step that right foot back to the top of your mat. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good job. From here, you can come into the center of your mat, and we're just gonna do a one-legged mountain. So you can keep your hands right here at your heart center, or you can place them on your hips, whatever's comfortable for you. Have your feet be about hip width distance apart, and begin just to transfer your weight onto that right foot. You're gonna slowly lift that left knee up, having a bend in that knee, trying to keep that knee level with the hips. If you're here today, that is fine. Wherever you are is totally fine. The more you practice, the stronger you'll become. And let's just take some ankle circles here in one direction, and then the opposite direction. And then go ahead, you can straighten that left leg and place it back down to the earth next to the right. And let's just kind of get the energy out. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky, and exhale, lower them down. Good. Let's repeat that on the other side. So again, hands can be at your heart center or on your hips. Begin to just transfer the weight to that left foot as you begin to pick up that right leg. You can take some ankle rolls in one direction and then the other direction. Good, go ahead, you can straighten out that right leg and bring it back down to your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Good job.
From here, let's just come into one more balancing pose. We're gonna come into tree pose. So same thing, hands can be at heart center or on your hips. Transferring that weight to your left foot. We're gonna take your right leg and you're gonna turn it so that right knee comes to the side of the room. You can keep your toes as like a little kickstand right here on your mat. You are totally good right here. If you want a little deeper, you can choose to place your right foot maybe on that left thigh or left calf below your knee. Or if you want to grab onto that right foot and place it on that right thigh above your knee, you can. Wherever you are today is perfect. Just breathe here. Always helps to find a focal point, a little area that's not going to move, somewhere above your heart. With yoga, if you're the heart goes where the eye goes, right? So if you're looking down, you're going to eventually kind of come down. So you want to just make sure your gaze is above your heart. And let's release that right leg, bring it back down to your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let it go. Good job. Let's do that one more time on the other side. So transfer the weight onto that right foot. You can kickstand that left knee, it can be right here. Or maybe you bring that left foot above or below your knee. And if you're shaky, if you feel unbalanced, that is totally good. You're working your nervous system here. You're challenging it. And while you're challenging it, can you slow down your breath? Can you relax a little as you focus? Good, go ahead, you can release that left foot back down to the earth. Inhale your arms up. This time, let's take a swan dive, forward fold, down to your mat. And just hang out here, just for a second. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your palms to your mat. And just gently step your right foot back, and then your left. You can bring your knees down to the mat and just begin to slowly lower your belly down on your mat. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So we're going to place your elbows under your shoulders. Forearms are straight on the mat, fingers spread wide, and the gaze can go forward here. Come back to your breath. On your next exhale, lower your forehead down onto the mat, bringing your hands under your shoulders. And begin to just slowly and gently bring yourself back up into that tabletop position. Cross at your ankles, and then bring your seat back behind you, straightening out your legs. From here, you can have the soles of your feet on the mat with a little bend. And maybe you want to just take some windshield wiper movements here with your legs, swaying them side to side. When you're ready, let's come to stillness. And then begin to just lower your back down onto your mat. We're going to come into a reclined figure 4. So you can place your right ankle on top of your left knee. So you're kind of making the number 4 here with your legs. And you can stay just like this. Or if you want to do a little deeper, you can float that left foot off of the earth, maybe grabbing behind that left thigh or on top of your left shins. Flexing that right foot, Should be feeling this in your hip, behind your thighs. Take one more round of breath. And then when you're ready, if you had that left foot up on the earth, you can slowly lower it down. Keep your right ankle where it is on top of that left knee. I want you to bring your arms out like a T. And from here, we're just gonna take a little supine twist. So all you're gonna do is just lower that left leg down towards your left side until that right foot touches the earth. Maybe that right foot doesn't touch the earth, and that's okay. And once you've landed or where you're in a spot where it feels good, you can shift your gaze over to your right shoulder. We're just going to take a few breaths here as we're cooling down. Take one more round of breath. And then let's come back to center. You can release that ankle off your left knee. If you want to take those windshield wiper movements here with your legs, you can. When you're ready, meet me back in center, and we're going to repeat that on the left side. So bring your left ankle to meet your right knee. Maybe you want to lift your right foot off the earth, grabbing onto behind your right thigh or on top of your shins. Just a few breaths here. Good. If you had that right foot floating in the air, go ahead and release it back down. We're going to take that supine twist to the other side. So keeping your left foot on top of that right knee, begin to just lower that right leg down to the earth. Maybe that right foot touches the ground and gaze goes over that left shoulder. Take one more round of breath here. And then inhale, bring your knees back to center, unhooking that left foot ankle off your knee. Again, if you want to take some windshield wiper movements here, you can. When you're ready, come back to center. Just hug your knees into your chest. Maybe reaching opposite elbows here or holding onto your forearms. Feeling your tailbone on the earth, maybe just rock side to side, enjoying this nice little back massage. Let's come back to center, to stillness. And on your exhale, we're going to release into Shavasana. So straightening your legs, bringing them down onto the mat. Keeping them nice and relaxed. Arms by your side, palms are facing up to the sky to receive energy. Bring your shoulder blades in just a little and tuck your chin in just a smooch. If they're not already, you can close your eyes. There's nothing left to do here but to enjoy your rest. I will wake you when time is ready.
You can stay here for as long as you would like. There is no rush. But if you're with me, maybe you begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Maybe you rock your head side to side. Maybe you even do a really big good morning stretch. Stretching your arms up overhead, pulling your hands in one direction, pointing your toes and pulling in the opposite direction. And when you feel ready, you can roll over onto your right side, coming into the fetal position, using your bicep as a pillow for under your head. Just take a moment here, keeping your eyes closed, feeling the earth supporting you. Once you feel ready, using your left palm, you can press into the earth, begin to gently and softly bring yourself back up into a seated position. You can place your hands wherever you'd like, in your lap or on your knees. For me, I'm placing my palms together at my heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel. Give you more content like this, and we also have more videos that you can check out for beginners yoga. Thank you again so much for being here. I appreciate you.